There is ongoing fighting along the LOC at an army camp that after terrorists attacked an army camp in Tangdhar near LOC. Just to tell us, viewers, what we are talking about, you have Kupwara out there, Srinagar and Tangdhar. These are three areas very prominent, at least Srinagar prominent in Jammu and Kashmir. What we believe right now is that there is an ongoing operation in Kupwara, but what we are talking about currently is the operation happening in Tangdhar. There have been reports that there's terrorists, 3 to 4 of them, probably a group of heavily armed terrorists actually, who at around 7:40 this morning positioned themselves at a mountainous ridge near an army camp which is located near the line of control, and the terrorists threw grenades. For more details on that, I've got Zafar Iqbal joining me from Srinagar and Sudhir Ranjan Sen from the national capital, bringing us the latest on what's happening. Zafar, to you first, what are the latest that you're getting on your phone that I can see you reading off something? Tell us what's happening.
Yes, Amitoj, now we got an army reaction to this, a detailed sort of a reaction. It says that this Tangdhar incident is basically a standoff between terrorists and the army in the Tangdhar bowl. Remember, it's a valley-like area, it's a bowl-like area, and there are no casualties or no damage so far. And as per this statement, the encounter started at 6:15 in the morning. It was a group of militants who fired with weapons, automatic weapons, including underbarrel grenade launcher, towards the rear location of the camp, due to which some vehicles caught fire and were damaged. Now, also, the army has ruled out that there are any casualties, and in fact it says that the JCO who was injured has now been evacuated and is stable. So this is what the army says, that there are no casualties. However, the encounter took place, it started in the morning, and this is a group of 3 to 4 militants. They are at a higher location, they have the advantage, and there is this standoff at Kalsori Ridge. Now, what we have also been told by our sources is that there were 3 blasts initially which were heard in the morning, which was and there was fire in 2 living barracks. 4 vehicles were also gutted, 1 generator was gutted, and a fuel dump was also gutted. And also, according to our sources, a deputy commandant has been injured in the ongoing encounter, and also a person who was handling the generator, he's also been injured. So what we can tell us, what we can say is that the encounter is still going on. It's a major encounter. All these militants were heavily armed. They sort of attacked this camp. They have not, however, managed to enter inside the camp. They are at a higher reach and they are firing towards this camp. The firing is still going on. The army says that they have identified the area where the militants are hiding, and they're slowly zeroing in onto that area to neutralize those militants. Remember, we've been seeing a major encounter in Kupwara over the last 2 weeks, in which one lieutenant colonel was killed, and of course, it's in the same district where this encounter is taking place, and also our sources indicate that it could be a group of militants who infiltrated recently. Amitoj?
Well, you're just going to cut across to some reactions that are coming in on the ongoing development. Let's listen into what's being said by the army, I believe. Well, we'll come back to that reaction that we got, but just to go across to Sudhir Ranjan Sen. Sudhir, you were reporting something similar, that Zafar was talking about how this is a standoff between the terrorists and the army. Can you add to that if you have anything more to add to that? And also just bring to perspective what we've been talking about the last 15 days, an operation in Kupwara, and now out here. It seems to suggest something of the sorts when it comes to an offensive from the terrorists.
Well, to begin with, I mean, on this particular operation, what our sources are indicating and telling us and telling us is that, the counter-offensive that has been launched, they're saying do not expect it to get over immediately. It cannot be a very fast and swift operation. Mind you, it's because of the terrain, and as Zafar was saying, that the army camp is at a lower height. The militants have taken position on the higher heights, on the ridge line, on which is at a higher, at a higher height. And also, the initial assessments indicate, as Zafar was saying, that there are 4 to 5 militants at the max who've infiltrated. And first, they fired a grenade into the rear of the camp, thereby getting a couple of vehicles, a couple of generators, injuring 2 people out there. The counter-offensive, what we are being told, is going to take time because of the entire terrain that is there. So that's going to take time. That is one part of it. the army very clear that they are going to contain, they will contain and go after these terrorists. Mind you, it is very near to the line of control. So therefore, the indications are that this infiltration has happened very recently. On the Kupwara operation and this particular, standoff that is going on, necessarily there is no link to this. But yes, you can link the broader picture by saying that the continued efforts of infiltration, continued efforts of pushing terrorists across from the other side continues. And mind you, winter has already set in. And therefore, these would be very desperate attempts to push people in so that they can keep the valley, keep Jammu and Kashmir on the boil during the winter months.
Thanks so much for that. Shruti Ranjan Sen and Zafar Iqbal. Doesn't make sense right now why they would then attack an army camp if they're trying to infiltrate the area. But let's listen into what reactions are coming in from officials when we talk about the 15-day operation, which is still ongoing, we believe, in Kupwara.
के ऑपरेशन के बारे में हम यही कह सकते हैं कि सुबह हमें एक रिपोर्ट मिला कि वहां पर 31 GR लोकल यूनिट है आर्मी का, उसके अंदर कुछ ब्लास्ट की आवाज़ हमें सुनाई दी, उसके बाद कुछ फायर शॉट्स की भी आवाज़ सुनाई दी। उसके बाद हमने ऑपरेशन लॉन्च किया हुआ है। अभी तक ये रिपोर्ट्स हैं कि अंदर कैंप के अंदर कुछ मिलिटेंट घुसे हुए हैं, तो लगता है फिदाई अटैक
हो गया सर। कुछ
तीन से ज़्यादा ही होंगे।
तीन से ज्यादा
ही।
ये न्यूली इन्फिल्ट्रेटेड मिलिटेंट्स?
हाँ, ये फ्रेशली इन्फिल्ट्रेटेड मिलिटेंट ही होंगे, क्योंकि वहाँ से जो है इनका रूट भी है, आगे जबड़ा है, इन्फिल्ट्रेशन जो रूट है इनका, वहाँ से बुश पैकलेट के वहाँ से आएगा।
सर कुछ नुकसान?
आर्मी का अभी तक जो रिपोर्टेड एक इंजरी हुई है, एक जवान जख्मी हुआ
जी। ऑपरेशन तो नहीं था?
ऑपरेशन चल रहा है।
ऑपरेशन